Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. A very good afternoon to all the viewers. I am Hiral Dadia. One stock and in fact one sector that is in focus is the defense space, and one company that stands out is a Premier Explosives. If you see the kind of performance we've seen in the last 1 month, the stock has seen gains of almost little over 90%, and similar is the trend that we have been witnessing with other defense players as well. What's working for these companies? The kind of order inflows that's coming in from the government is something which is, really on a high. To discuss more on what's in store, we have Mr. TV Chowdary, MD at Premier Explosives, joining in. Good afternoon and welcome to the show, Mr. Chowdary.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ms. Hiral, and good afternoon to everybody. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to speak to you. Mr. Chowdary, as we know that the company is a pioneer in explosives and the defense sector, and the kind of orders that are coming in from the defense space in India, that has been expanding pretty rapidly. My first question to you is, firstly, in the last 12 months, the kind of order inflows that we've seen versus how it used to be in the past, how different is it?
Yeah, the present orders, what we are coming. Earlier, we were a company which was doing majority in industrial explosives sector. Now, in the past 5-6 years, the transformation has taken, and then now we have become a defense explosives major. So now the new orders, if you look at it, most of them are the defense and aerospace orders. So the background for this and was built up almost in the past 10 years, work and all those. Now they are reflecting into orders because of the Atmanirbhar program of Prime Minister of India.
Right. So overall, taking the manufacturing units that Premier Explosives has, 7 manufacturing facilities in Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, as well as Tamil Nadu. What capacities do we have, for the various segments right now, taking these 7 into consideration?
Yeah, now we have 8 facilities.
Okay.
The 8th facility is added in Telangana itself, exclusively for the defense production. It is at Katepalli, 70 kilometers from Hyderabad, and closer to our existing plant of Pedakanthuru. So this has really added major capacity to us in terms of propellant rocket motors, ammunition, and so many other things, including the countermeasures, that is shafts and flares. So this increased capacity, which is added 3 years back, that is really going to push us up.
Okay. Overall, when we see your order book itself, right? At the end of FY23, the order book was almost 521 odd crores, post which a lot more additional orders have come through as well in terms of supply of shafts, flares, as well as the MTV flares. Firstly, a little over 3.5 to 4 times is the kind of order book that we have in terms of the FY23 revenue. So what is the execution pipeline looking like for all of this?
See, of course, this financial year now already 3 months over, and then it is going. Now we received orders, and we have to execute in a period of 12 months. These latest orders for shafts and flares, particularly. Other orders, yeah, we have time. 24 months time is there, but this particularly we have to complete in 12 months time. So we'll be 3 months will go for organizing things and all those, the raw materials and all those, getting ready. So 6 months of working will come in this financial year. Another 6 months will go to next financial year. That is what we are looking at.
Okay, let's break this up. So the 521 crore order book that we have already at the end of FY23, how much of it will be recognized in FY24 itself?
The ambitious plan is to complete the whole 550 crores in the current, except there is one ISRO order, which is for a period of another 6 years. It will continue. 6 years is the execution time. All others are in the 2 years period. So between the new order and between the orders at the end of the year, together I think we should be doing more than, we should be crossing 500 crores.
Right. So we are saying that we will be able to cross 500 crores in terms of top line in FY24.
Yeah.
And apart from that, when you look at the other orders, which is the 292 crore worth of supply of shafts that we received, the 260 crore for supply of flares, another 76 for the supply of 50 MTV flares, and another
Yeah.
small 10 crore for Bharat Dynamics. That itself also adds up to another, say, 700 odd crores, right? So what is the
Yes.
timeline in terms of execution for those 700 crore worth of orders?
See, these the orders for the shafts and flares, including MTV flares, these are placed on emergency procurement basis, and the 12 months is the time we have to execute this order. So this quantity, 12 months, the part of the 12 months goes into next financial year. So together between this year and next year, and by the middle of next year, we will be executing the entire quantity. And the others, yeah, they have the time of 24 months or 30 months like that. That will be doing that rocket motors for BRPL, propellants for BDL, and then rocket motors for ISRO and LNT and others and all.
Right. So, okay. Help me understand now in terms of the execution. Do these orders have a delivery timeline wherein it's all delivered at one go, or are deliveries made in batches over the period of 12 months?
No, they are made in batches only. And in some cases, we are dependent on the customer where the free issue materials are involved. For example, some of the large rocket motors, what we have to make for ISRO and also for LNT, and then some for DRBL and BDL, the rocket motor casings will come as free issue materials. So we can only do our part when we receive the FIMs. So they are linked with the delivery of FIMs. And normally the supplies are made and then payments are also received on pro rata basis.
Understood. And overall, if you see in terms of the kind of growth that we are seeing from the top line, if you have to look at FY23 from 200 crores to over 500 crores is what we are aiming at. How is the margin and profitability growth expected to look like? Is it going to mirror the same growth that we are going to see in the top line?
It's a little difficult to say, but we are targeting some 18 to 20% of EBITDA for this period.
Okay. And in terms of the order breakup as well, right? Clearly, services around 25% comes from there, 17% comes from explosives, and defense is the majority chunk now at 58%. Are you seeing the revenue mix also change, or do you think this is something which will continue in terms of the trend?
The way it appears in the current year, the revenue mix will change. From 50-50 will be, I think we'll be doing 70-30 or something, commercial and defense will go to 70 and commercial to 30. But it may keep changing from year to year.
Okay. And from here on, in terms of opportunities of growth as well, as you already mentioned that government's Make in India focus in terms of defense is one of the key drivers. What is the bid pipeline looking like for Premier Explosives?
Beg your pardon, please. Bid pipeline, you said.
What is the bid pipeline looking like?
I think we will be targeting, apart from this, the space is the next area where we are targeting. We are already in it and doing, but it is expected to coming 3 years, 4 years, it is expected to become a big business. As you are hearing about the satellite launching and private sector, we are already very much entrenched and qualified in that line. And we are already working with ISRO as well as other private players. So that should be, I think, taken as well.
Right. And how, I mean, right now, how much, any revenues that we are getting from this segment?
Yeah, right now we are getting revenues, but they're smaller from space segment. Numbers are less right now. Numbers are, but we should be able to do much more than what we are getting right now.
So what's the aim of Premier Explosives in terms of revenue contribution from space as a vertical, say in the next 3 to 5 years?
Space, next 3 to 5 years, I think we can reach some 15 to 20% in terms of space. Majority will
Okay.
be between defense and industrial explosives on.
Right. And with the kind of order book that the company already has, existing orders plus the new ones that have come in so far, and any
Yeah.
further orders that could come in terms of FY23, do we have enough capacity? How much of what will the utilization come up to for FY24?
Utilization right now, we are only at 50% utilization with the new orders also.
Okay.
So there is a lot of capacity which we can, in terms of upon not only the shafts and flares, we are expecting big orders, export orders from. We are already having in hand, that is export orders for rocket motors. And we are also expecting some increase in that quantity. And we have this Katepalli unit is built, and at PDK also we have capacity. So this should meet the requirement of all these things.
Right. I think there is enough capacity as well with the company. Thank you, Mr. Chowdary, so much for joining us on the show and giving us those views. And clearly, with the kind of order book and the execution pipeline, that is going to be key for the company as well, to monitor internally and, achieve that number, which is going to be in terms of FY24 revenue as well. Thank you. Stay safe and speak to you soon again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.